to be a retail designer. I've worked with Adidas and I'm moving to Leicester in 2 weeks. So aside from my last grant project, I play with space. So the idea that I was looking at is that how can a community that we naturally develop here on Earth then be transported to somewhere else, Mars, the Moon, wherever it may be. Initially starting with what could be a tourist habitat, just orbiting it, and it would be like a micro-community and sort of created. So space tourism is on the up if you have $40 million. And they're the 4 main reasons why, is to see Earth from somewhere else, is to experience the rocket. So Virgin are the first one, they're offering 0G flights, what they call suborbital, so you just fly up to what's classed as space, experience weightlessness for a couple of minutes and then fly back down. Similar to what we may know as the rocket vomit from it, but classier. This is a balloon capsule designed by Priestman Group that design aeroplanes, and it's designed just to float up on helium and other gases, so you have a nice peaceful view of it and then come back down. So a little bit softer. So the International Space Station is the only existing, currently, human presence that we have out in space. I don't know if anyone saw, but the guys landed back technically this morning, but yesterday in Kazakhstan, with a bit of a bump apparently. This is Chris Hadfield, Canadian astronaut. I don't know if you've seen the Space Oddity video that he sang in space on YouTube. Recommend it, it's beautiful having Earth behind it. But it is not designed for living, it's designed for scientific experiments. There's wires everywhere, cables everywhere, and it's not human friendly at all. And it costs $20 to $40 million if you want to visit it as a tourist, and only 7 people have done it so far. So it's not the easiest trip to get on. So most social networked buildings are based on you have a core social space like this, and then you'd have your rooms that you work in as you go up, and then a circulation around it. So the basis for my project is to create this circulation space where you're not flying through someone else's workspace to get to another module. So, can't say real, but based on a modular structure that you build together and just add on, let this habitat get bigger and bigger. You'd start with a small piece and let it grow. So I've got this core space in the middle at the minute with a circulation that you go around it that allows you to transport and socialise, and then you move off into wherever you want to work on. And it's based on a 3D printed frame that could be printed out in space and then glued together robotically and then lined by the astronauts. So this is the model at the minute. It is only a prototype and a concept. It's not feasible as of yet. At the minute, 2 of these will fit the payload of the Apollo, the Orion that's about to go out for NASA now, so it could be set up. The areas are sort of separated into what kind of activity you're doing it. So because it would be suitable for tourists from anywhere, everything's got to be diagrammatic and not language based. So these zones will circulate off this central space that you can move around really easily. And you'd have your medical wing and your workshop wings that can still do scientific experiments, that you have a source of funding to keep you going. So these are where you have your access points. If they could do it, we have like a spacewalk where you can go out and be outside, a pressurised capsule module, and then your access point is somewhere else. Just for a bit of scope, this is where aeroplanes fly at. That's the space station, and that's Hubble, and that's where I propose it, so you've got this lot more distance, and you can actually see a greater curvature of the Earth in that distance. Some of the CAD views, just to give you quite a perspective of that it would be this undulating form and that you'd be able to sort of swim through it like waves. And you have these, because it's a dodecahedron, 12-zone shape, these you never get a simple line of sight. You have these angles that you can climb through and swim through. And the reasons I wanted to develop it was that why shouldn't we reach this? And it bases it on a collaborative living in that you need the person next to you to help you survive, to help you get through, to help you be isolated. And that we forget that here, I think. I think sometimes you can sort of be happy and not really feel like you need anyone else around you. When you're on the own, the astronauts do say that being on their own is really difficult, without your family, without your friends, and it forces them to have